Hello everybody and welcome back to Professor Kai, and in today's video we are going to be reviewing for the Geometry Semester 1 exam. Come join me today and I will help you prepare. So let's begin. But before we begin, you're going to have to hit that like button and subscribe with the bell so you don't miss out on my uploads, so I can help you on your journey to success, helping you learn. Alright, so the first question says, write the name of the polygon that is formed by each amount of sides. And these, obviously, you're just going to have to remember. So 4 sides, like quad, means 4. 5 is pent, like the pentagon, like the one place where they have the security and stuff. That has 5 sides. Hex just means 6. Oct, that's pretty easy, means 8. And dec, like decade, is 10 sides. So let's move on to the next problem. This problem asks us to classify the polygons as either concave or convex. So we'll look at polygon A, and as you can see, there's not like a little cave thingy, so it is convex. Same with polygon B, that is also convex, as there's no cave thing. But you see how C kind of bends in like this, kind of like a cave. So that's a concave. Same with D. You see the bend right here? That means it's concave. Alright, let's move on to question number 3. This one says, identify which of the following options properly names the plane shown. So, we already know that there's a plane, and the plane's name is M. So we already have one of them, M. And the other option we have to choose, let's look. It would be plane CDE, as the lines intersect the plane right there and right there on both sides, see? Alright, let's move on. Write the term that is associated with each description. Angles whose sum is 90 degrees. That would be complementary. And let's look at B. Angles that share a common side and are supplementary. That would be vertical. No. Linear paired. Wait. 1 second. Let's check on our work. As you can see, even for the master, it can sometimes get difficult, but you have to keep pushing through. So let's look at our work. Yeah, that is indeed a linear pair. I should not have second guessed myself, as that is a linear pair, which will help you out. Alright, this says determine the length of xy if y is between x and z. Alright, so xy is the line, so let's draw it. Okay, handy dandy sketch pad. So we got x and we got y is between x and z. So the y is in between it, z is over here. So here's our little line. Let's see what they give us. Alrighty. So what's given is that xy equals 11d. So we already know that this is 11d. And let's see what else they give us. They say yz equals 9d minus 2. Yz, 9d minus 2. Alright, so that's what's given to us. And xz, so this in total is 5d plus 28. Alrighty, so now what we have to do is we have to say 11d plus 9d minus 2, those are the two numbers that make up this line, equals 5d plus 28. Now we just got some algebra. So 11d plus 9d, we got 20d minus 2, which equals 5d plus 28. So we're just gonna obviously isolate the variable. Then on here we get 35d plus 30 equals 20d. Subtract 5d there, subtract 5d here, then we get 15d equals 30. Obviously we divide that by 15. Divide that by 15. So we get d equals 2. And what they're asking us for is d. So we put in 2 right there. And now they're asking us for xy. So what do? We just plug it back in. 11 times 2 is 22. So xy is 22. Now let's move on. Okay. Determine the values of the variables in the figure. Alrighty then. So let's find y. Alrighty, handy dandy sketchbook. Make sure you always have a sketchbook in hand. Comes in very handy. So since these two are vertical angles, we can set them equal to each other to find y. So 8y minus 102, 8y minus 102 equals 2y plus 6. Isolate the variable, minus 2y there, minus 2y there. I'm going to get 6y, we're going to add 102, add 102 over here, then we're going to get 108, so 6y equals 108, and then 6 divided by 6, y equals 108 divided by 6, which we get 18, so y is indeed 18. Alrighty then, let's solve the second part of the problem. So what we're going to do is we're going to find the angle measurement. So by replugging it in, we can see 8 times 18. So what is 8 times 18? You may ask yourself. And it's 144, but you can't forget about the 102. So it's 144 minus 102, which gives us 42. So we know that this measure right here is 42, and since this is like a linear pair and those add up to 180, you're going to have to find the value of 3x by setting it, so what we're going to do first is we're going to do 180 minus 42 to find the missing measure. So as you can see, we got 138. That's the missing angle. And then we can set 3x equals to that to find the value of x. So we get x equals 138 divided by 3, which gives us 46. So we know x equals 46. Wonderful. We can now move on. Next question. A regular nonagon has a side length of 4 centimeters. Okay, so let's remember, non means 9. So it has 9 sides. And it has a side length of 4 centimeters. So we're just going to do 9 times 4. 9, 18, 27, 36. So our perimeter is 36 centimeters. Alright, moving on, we have to identify all the edges that are skewed to AB. So to skew, they cannot touch, they cannot be parallel. So that already rules out AB, rules out AD, BC, and EF. And I believe HG is also ruled out. So what are we left with? With FG, right? So that's skew to AB. We have EH, skew. We got GC, or CG, and we got HDH. Now we can move on. Let's just make sure that's right. Yeah, that. EHFGDH. Alright, I'm a genius. Alright, next we need to identify all edges that are parallel to AB. Parallel meaning just like ooh. Alright, so AB, look at AB. EF is parallel, obviously. Then DC is parallel, obviously. And GH is parallel, obviously. Alrighty then. Let's move on, shall we? Wonderful. Okay, given the figure, identify the type of angle pair listed. So 1 and 7, those are vertical to each other. So those are vertical angles. 3 and 1, those are corresponding because one's inside the two lines and one's on the outside. So they are corresponding. 8 and 5 are both on the exterior and they're on the same side. So it's consecutive exterior. And then 7 and 3, let's look at that. Those are on alternate sides of this like bisector, and they're both on the inside of these two lines. So those are alternate interior. And then let's look at 1 and 2. Those are vertical angles or not vertical angles, my mistake. They're a linear pair because they add up to 180. Now 3 and 2 are same side and they're on the interior. So obviously same side interior. And we got 8 and 4, which are on the exterior, but they're on alternate sides. So alternate exterior. And lastly, but not least, 7 and 5, one's on the inside, one's on the outside. They're on the same side. Therefore, they are corresponding. Let's move on. Okay, this one says, determine the slope of the line that contains the 2 points, 7, 8, and 4, comma, negative 2. And wants us to leave our answer as a reduced improper fraction. So, let's go to our handy dandy sketchbook, find some room. Alright, so in this case, we do, let's check. Yeah, so the formula for this is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 gives us the slope. Alright, so y2 is negative 2 minus, then y1 is 8, so negative 2 minus 8 over x2, 4 minus x1, 7. So what do we get here? Negative 2 minus 8, negative 10, and 4 minus 7, negative 3. Two negatives are going to make a positive. So we get 10 over 3. And they want us to leave it as an improper fraction. So the slope is 10 over 3. Let's move on. Okay, write the equation of the line that is parallel to the line y equals 5x minus 6. And it goes through the point negative 7, comma 10. And they want us to write it in slope-intercept form. Alrighty then, so the formula for this is pretty complicated. Let's find some room. Okay, what the heck, man? What the heck, man? Uno segundo. Alrighty then, so our formula for this is y minus y1 equals our slope times x minus x1. Alrighty. Okay, so y minus, let's see what our y1 was, which is 10. So y minus 10 equals the slope. Our slope is 5x because we're finding the line parallel, so it would have the same slope, times x minus x1, which in this case is negative 7. But when subtracting a negative, everybody knows that's basically like adding. So y minus 10 equals 5x. So y minus 10 equals 5x plus 7. Okay, so let's get this out of here. Make the y by itself. So y equals 5x plus 17, and that is our answer because they want it in slope intercept. Wait 1 second. We forgot to multiply the 7. Always remember the 7. 35. Then it's plus 10, so it's 45. So 5x plus 45. Y equals 5x plus 45. That gives us our answer. Okay, now this one asks, find the measure of x and the measures of the angles. Alrighty then, let's take a look. So let's think to ourselves, what can we do here? So let's paint a mental image. So let's draw this problem. Alrighty, so it looks like that, and then like that, and then like that. 4x plus 11 is right there, and 8x plus 1 goes right there. And because they are vertical angles, I could put this one right here. Because this one is a vertical angle, I could put it right here. Since these are corresponding, I could put 4x plus 11 right here. And then, now it's simple, because these two will add up to 180. So now 4x plus 11 equals 8x plus 1. Subtract 4x there, subtract 4x here. We get 4x plus 1 equals 11. Then we subtract the 1 there, subtract the 1 there. So we get 4x equals 10. And we could divide that by 4, divide that by 4. So x equals oops, 1 second. I forgot, since these are vertical angles, they're gonna add up to 180. So 4x plus 11 plus 8x plus 1 equals 180. So we get 12x plus 12 equals 180. Subtract the 12 here, subtract the 12 here, we get 168 equals 12x. We're going to divide by 12 here. And we get x equals 168 divided by 12. So we get x equals 14. Now we have our value of x. Now we just gotta plug them back in. So 4 times 14 plus 11, I'll save you the time, it's 66. Then plug it in for 8x plus 1, so 8 times 14 plus 1, I'll also save you the time, it's 113. So now we have this, 66, 113. Let's move on, shall we? Okay, this one asks, determine the values of x, y, and angle 1 and angle 2. Now this may look very complicated, and it does seem a little bit intimidating. But once we break it down, it's not so bad after all. Alrighty, so right away we can already find angle number 1. So, to find that, we just do 180 minus 72, because those two are linear pairs, which means the addition of them equals 180. So 108 plus 72 is 180, which means the missing angle is 108. Then we can find here, we can do the same thing. As this angle is 30, so 30 plus 72 gives us 102. So 180 minus 102 would give us 78. So we already have angles 1 and angles 2. Now we just need to find the missing angle here. Now that we know angle 1 is 108, these two lines are linear. These two numbers are linear pairs, so they're going to add up to 180. So what we do is find some space. Oh my lord. So it's very simple indeed. 108 plus 6y minus 16 equals 180. So then we'll just add, or we'll quickly do. So we get 92 plus 6y equals 180 minus 92 minus 92 gives us 88. So 6y equals 88. But on a test, you should always use your calculator. Never trust your brain. Never, ever. 180 minus 92. Never, ever trust your brain, guys. Alright, we're going to divide by 6 now to find the value of y. 88 divided by 6. So, y is some weird number, bro. Y equals 14.6. And they want us to round to the nearest tenth. So we all remember like the 10th place, 100th place from like kindergarten, or probably not that early, like 5th grade or something. But yeah, that's how you do it. Now, what we're gonna do is, that's the y value, 14.6. We're gonna find the value of x. This line right here is gonna equal 180 because these two angles are linear pairs. So by this box right here, we can tell it's a right angle. Right angles are 90 degrees. So we're gonna do 10x plus 42 plus 90 equals 180. 42 plus 90 . 132 minus 180. So we get 48. So 10x equals 48. We're going to divide by 10. We're going to divide by 10. X equals 4.8. Maybe wondering, these are pretty odd numbers, but you know, geometry is not always going to be perfect. It's not always going to be a whole number, especially in the real world. You're never ever going to get a whole number, or if you do, it's going to be very, very rare. So you can't always expect a whole number. But let's move on. Okay, this one says determine the measure of angles 1, 2, and 3. We really don't even need to like draw anything, show any work, because if you just memorize these, like it should come to you like that. So 124 and 1, those angles are alternate interior, and alternate interior are always going to equal each other. So angle 1 is 124 degrees. Then we're going to see that they're vertical angles, right? 1 and 3 are vertical angles. Vertical angles are also always going to be the same. So angle 3 is 124 as well. Then to find angle 2, since these are linear pairs, it's going to equal 180. We do 180 minus 124. Then we end up with 56. And that is the measure of angle number 2. Let's move on. Okay, so this one says find the measures of the missing angles. Right away, we see these two marks, meaning that they're congruent. So F and G are congruent, so they're going to have the same measure. So G equals 32. Now, remember, triangles are gonna always like add up to 180, their angle measures. So 32 plus 32 is 64. And then we're gonna do 180 minus 64 to find the missing measure. And then, so E would be 116. We can already plug that in for FEG, 116. And then DEH, since these are vertical angles, E is just going to be also 116. So if 116 was here, we also put 116 here. So we do that. Then to find H, 116 plus 24, and we get 140. So the missing angle, missing angle is 40, because we do 180 minus 140, and we're done with that problem. So this one asks us to classify the triangle based on its sides and angles. So by sides, this triangle is scaling I believe it's scaling. Scaling has two sides that are the same and then one different side. Collateral is they're all the same length, and then isosceles is none of them are the same length, but let's just double check that. Where is it? Oh, never mind, I got mixed up. So scaling is all the sides are different measures. Isosceles is there's two of the same sides and then one different one. So by angles, this triangle is obtuse. We know that because the only given angle is 14. So we know that there's going to be one angle above 90 degrees, because a triangle is always going to equal 180 when added all the angles together. Alright, so this one asks us to find the appropriate measure of FGE. So the letter in the middle is going to be the one we're going to find the angle for. And on Schoology, there's a protractor tool. So let's look right here. Looks to be around 45 degrees. So FGE is 45 degrees. Okay, determine the measure of the numbered angles. Alrighty. So these two numbers are gonna equal 180. So 180 minus 48, 132. So 132 is right here. So 132 plus 27, because we're adding that to try to find the missing angle. So 132 plus 27 equals 159. And then we do 180 minus 159 to find the missing angle. 180, what? Not 180 minus 159. 180 minus 159. So it's 21. Angle 1 is 21. Then, if we remember, was 180. So 132. Wait, 132 plus 27 equals 159. 180 minus 159. 21. So then, okay, so what we're going to do now, since we know this is 132, and these two numbers are they're a linear pair, so they're going to equal to 180, you could either do 180 minus 132 and find the angle that way, or the easier way to do it is, since these are vertical angles, you could just put 48 right there. Then we're going to do 62 plus 48, because we're trying to find the missing angle here. So we're going to do that. 180 minus 110. Always use the calculator. And so our second angle is 70 degrees. Then, if we remember from earlier, it was 132. This angle is 132. So vertical angles, put the 132 right there. Then, let's look. What can we put right here? Oh. Since we can put, I think we can put 27 right there because, yeah, because they're alternate interior, so they're gonna be the same length. So we could put 27 right there. So 132 plus 27, so we get 159. 180 minus 159, you get 21. So angle number 3 is also 21 degrees. Alrighty then. So, given that the triangle is equiangular, determine the values of x and y. Okay, so if they're equiangular, they're all gonna be 60 degrees. So, let's draw this. Let's draw this triangle. 5x minus 12. Oops. 5x minus 12. So let's just mark 60 because we already know all these sides are going to equal 60. And 10y minus 48. Then 5y minus 3. Alrighty then. So right away we can find the x value because we can do 5x minus 12 plus 60 equals 180. So we got 120 minus 12, 108. So 108, 5x plus 108 equals 180. Subtract 108 here, and then subtract 108 here. $72. 5x equals 72. 5 by 5, divide by 5. X equals 14.4, I believe. I always use the calculator. 14.4. Alrighty then, now we can plug in x. Now they're asking for y. So, let's see what we can do here. I believe we can set, what can we do to find y? Let's think real hard here. Alrighty then. So we could put 10y minus 48, we could put it right here. So 10y minus 48. Then we could do 10y minus 48 plus 60 equals 180. So 120 minus 48. 120 minus 48 is 72. 100 minus 48. Okay, so 10y plus 72 equals 180. Subtract 72 there, subtract 72 there. 180 minus 72. 108, so we got 108, 10y equals 108. Divide that by 10, divide that by 10, so we get y equals 108 divided by 10. Y equals 10.8. Alright, now we need to find the value of m in the perimeter of the triangle. So, let's get on our sketch pad. Looks like we're out of room. Let's create a new one. Then, let's draw a triangle. Beautiful. 2n plus 2 right there. 3n plus 6 and 4n minus 6. I believe you can put 4n minus 6 right there, and you could put 3n plus 6 right there. Then, since these two angles have the little angle mark thing, we know that they're same length. So, now we can do 4m minus 6 equals 3m plus 6. Add 6 here, add 6 here. Then we're going to get 12, subtract 3m, subtract 3m. So we get m equals 12. Now we found the value of m. Let's just plug it all in. Alrighty. So 2 times 12, 24, plus 2, 26 is this angle. Then 4m, 4 times 12, minus 6 would be 42. Then 3 times 12 plus 6 is 42 as well. So 42 plus 42 plus 26 . 110. So our perimeter is 110. Next question. Determine the measures of the angles. Alright. So those are congruent. These two lines mean they're congruent. So what can we do? This is what we can do. 2x right there. 6x plus 6. We can also put 6x plus 6 right there. Then we need to find the value of x. And all of these triangles is going to equal 180. Remember that, fellers. 6x plus 6 plus 6x plus 6 plus 2x. Oh my lord, bro. Oh my goodness. Equals 180. So 12. Oh, what the heck did I even write? What is that? 14x plus 12 equals 180. Subtract 12, subtract 12, we get 168 equals 14x, divide by 14, divide by 14, which leaves our x value at 12. So we know that x equals 12. Now it's asking us for the angle represented by 2x. So we just multiply 2 times 12, 24. So that angle is 24. 6x plus 6, we're looking for that angle, be 78. And the third angle is the same because they're congruent, so it's also 78. Now we're going to list the angles from least to greatest. Alright, so we automatically know, since triangles are going to equal 180, that B is the smallest angle. A is the second smallest angle, because 33 plus 47 gives us 80. And 180 minus 80 is 100, so the missing angle is 100, which means it is the greatest of those numbers. Let's move on. We're going to skip this question, guys. Okay, do the following lengths form a triangle. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure all the sides, well, we're going to see, like 31, 12, we're going to add that. And if it's greater than the first number, then it can form a triangle. If it can't, then it cannot form a triangle. So 31 plus 12 cannot form a triangle because it is not greater than this number, so it cannot form a triangle. 3 plus 3 is 6, greater than 2. It can form a triangle. 1 plus 1 is 2, greater than 1. It can. And this one's pretty obvious. Actually, it is not obvious because this will blow your brains out. Listen here, fellers. 50 plus 8. It's obviously bigger than 7 because 58 is bigger than 7. Then 7 and 8. We have to make sure that 7 and 8 has to be greater than 50 because as you can see in the other ones that do form triangles, 2 plus 3 is greater than 3, 1 plus 1 is greater than 1. Because these first two numbers have to also be greater than this third number. Alright, 7 plus 8 is definitely not greater than 50, which means it cannot form a triangle, sadly. Now let's move on. Question number 26. Alrighty then. I'm just warming up, guys. Warming up. Alright. First two lengths. So we have to find the third side. Determine the range of side lengths. Okay, alrighty, folks. So we know the 23 plus 74 gives us 97. So that we know the third side is 97. Then we're gonna do 74 plus x greater than 23. Let's look here. 23 plus x. Third side. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do 723 plus x. So that's gotta be greater than 74. So subtract 23, subtract 23, so x is greater than 51. So that is one of our ranges. Alrighty then, now we gotta find the other range. So we'll do 74 plus x is greater than 23. Subtract 74, subtract 74. We get negative 51. So x is greater than negative 51. So we're going to put negative 51 in our range right there. We're going to put positive 51 right there. Okay. We have to draw a picture with this one. Very, very, very good picture to help us with the problem. What the heck is wrong with this? Alrighty, so there's a building that casts a 90-foot shadow. So this shadow right here is 90 feet. Then there's a 20-foot boulder which casts a 30-foot shadow. So here's our boulder. The boulder is 20 feet tall. So 20 feet height. And then it casts a 30-foot shadow. Okay, since this is the missing angle, let's just mark this as x for now. So what we do is we do x over 20 equals 90 over 30. Think of it like a shadow. So if this is the height of the building, then 90 is the shadow, because it's like, whoa, it's a shadow. And 20 is the height, and 30 is the shadow. Whoa, it's a shadow. Now, we just gotta cross multiply. So we get 30x equals, what does that say, 90? 90 times 20. 90 times 20. Wow, that's a big number. 1800. Alright, then we're going to divide by 30. Divide by 30. X equals 1800. Divide that by 30. You get 60. So X is 60. So the building is 60 feet tall. Okay. Determine the value of each variable if JLM is similar to QST. That sign means similar, chat. Okay. Let's draw this problem. Let's draw it. Alrighty. JLM. QST. QST. Alrighty then. So JL is 3y minus 2. 3y minus dos. Then JM is 4. And ML is 6x minus 3. Then ST is trace. SQ is 5 and TQ is 2. So now that we have this, what we are going to do is there is a zoo. Okay. Okay, dokie. Okay. So what we're looking at is very, very complicated. But since there was like these congruent marks, I believe, on J, there's a congruent mark on M. There's also that on T. There was that on Q. Okay, so we can put 6x minus 3 right there. So that little angle in there is 6x minus 3. And 3y minus 2, we can put that right there. So what we are going to do is we're going to do the same on the side. So we can put 3 right there and 5 right there. And since these two have those little marks, we do 6x minus 3 equals 3 plus 3 plus 3. X equals 1. Brilliant. Never mind. It isn't. Don't listen. 3 plus. Actually, it is. It is. I don't even know. Yeah, it is. It is. Brilliant mind. X equals 1. Great, 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 great. X equals 1. Good job. So Y. What does Y equal? Well, let's find out. 3y minus 2 equals 5. Okay, plus 2. Plus 2 here. 3y equals 7. 3 divided by 3. Y equals 7 over 3. 84. Wonderful. Y equals 1, or x equals 1, y equals 7 over 3. Alright, folks. This is a intimidating problem, but, you know, you can conquer it. Okay, so we got that. A, B, C. D, E. Okay, wonderful. So, it gives us A, B is 3. That is 5. So, that is 2. Then it gives us 3.5. 3.5, that is 4. And then 2 to 4 is like multiplied by those, so we do the same here. 3 times 3 equals 3. Okay. Let's find the y value, shall we? What we're gonna do is 3 over 2 because, well, I guess. Then y over 4 because y is a missing value. And we're putting it over 4 like we did over there. So 2y. 2y equals 12. Divide by 2. You divide by 2. Y equals 6. There we got it. Y equals 6. Now we need to find the x value. So 6, 10. You can put 6 right there. And 10, 5, 3.5. How the hell did I do this? The hell, man? Who invited this kid? Get your ass on. 2.1. How did I get 2.1? 12 equals. Okay. What did I do? Let's think. What did I do? What did I do? How did I manage to get 2.1? I have no clue. I have absolutely zero clue. Absolutely. Okay, let's think here. 2.1. Okay, 2.1. Put it right there. 3.5. 4 is right there, and then we have 2 right there. So we multiply those by 2. Hmm. 3 over 5. 3 over 5 equal. I have a question. Hey Kira.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do this.
One sec.
Let's go to the next problem. Okay. A, B, C, D equals Q, S, or P. So we do 71. So we could do A is equal to Q, A is equal to Q. P is equal to D. There we go. So we do x plus 37 equals 89. Subtract 37, so we get x equals 52. So we know our x value, and we can find our y. 84. C, A, B, C is equal to R. Oopsies. C is equal to R. Then we could just do 84. Wait a minute. Wait, what? R is equal to C. So we could do 2y minus 30. 2y minus 30 equals 84, which leaves us with 57. Y equals 57. Wonderful. Okay, let's move on. Find M, B. Okay. So, it's going to equal 180. So what we're going to do, we're going to do 7x plus 13 plus 6x plus 2 plus 5x plus 3x equals 180. That leaves us with 16x plus 20 equals 180. And we're going to do minus 20. And we're going to get 16x equals 160. Divide by 16. We're going to get x equals 10. So that's what our answer is. We're going to do 6 times 10. 60 plus 2, which be equals 62. Let's move on. This one you can do by yourself. It's y2. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 gives us 2 over 5. Save you the time. Then we're going to move on. Okay, this is easy. Water and soda. 7/10 of the drinks are soda. Okay, so 7. What is the ratio of waters to sodas? So there's only waters and sodas in the cooler. 7/10 of them are sodas. So that means 3 of them are water. So 3 to 7 is the ratio of waters to sodas. And if lines A and B are parallel, no, they're not parallel because they should be supplementary. Wait. Should be congruent. Let's take a look. Yep, they should be supplementary, but they're not. So they're not congruent. Okay. A, B, C. A equals 45. D, E, F. D is the determinant of A, B, C. There is 2 angles. So they're angle, similarity. And you can do it by yourself to solve it. Then, what's another name for DC? We can call that FC is what we can call that. And that. Okay, let's go back to 24. Where's that one? Oh, here it is. So to find x, what we're gonna do here? 3.5, 3 over. Okay, we need to find the ratio. So 3 over 5 is the ratio. Of the smaller angles. So 3 over 5. So we know y equals 6. 3. So we would divide 3.5, which is the bigger angle, by 3 over 5 to find the smaller angle. 3.5 divided by 3-5 gives us to find the value of x. Let's look at. Okay, so 5 and 10 equals 3.5. So 5 over 10, you're just gonna do 3.5. So 5, 6. So we would just well, here's the answer. I don't know how to do it. What? I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it.
You know how to do it?
No, I don't know how to do it.
Which one? Find the value of x and y in the diagram. Okay.
So I have y. I don't know how to go x. Go to this C, right? And then y equals 6. So how do I get x?
Wait, which one? Oh yeah. Let's see. Put 3 over 2. Equal to 5. Okay, so 3 over 2 equals y over 4. Makes sense. So 3 over 2 equals y over 4. You cross multiplied them. 2 times y, 2y, over 12, divided by 2, so y equals 6. And then 6 plus 4 is 10, so this whole side is 10, this whole side is 5. And you're looking for x, okay. How do you usually find sides of triangles? If you don't do a squared plus b squared equals c squared.
Is that all we do? A squared plus b squared equals c squared?
Yeah, but do you do that usually, or?
No.
Exactly. So that's what
So
do you
that
usually
plus
use?
that equals that?
That's not how triangles work, but I don't know what equation you use.
For what?
For geometry.
To find what?
To find x. Because for us, we would just do a squared plus b squared equals c squared, but I literally don't know how they teach yours. This is equivalent, so this is going to be a scale factor of something.
Let's see if there's any other ones.
This is going to be 5 to 3, or 5 to 3. And that one's going to be, Volkswagen 6, so 10 to 6. 10 to 6 and 5 to 3 are the same. Where's your pencil?
So we just do 3.5. 3.5
Your scale factor is going to be 5 to 3.
3.
What 3 times what equals 5? You get a calculator in this section, right? Yeah. So what's 3 times what equals 5? So I do 5 divided by 3.
5 divided by 3.
So that's what you need to multiply this sorry, it'd be division. Sorry, do 5 divided by, do 3 divided by 5. Wait, did I do that?
3 divided by 5.
Yeah.
So 3.5 times 0.6.
Try it. I don't know if that's right yet. So you did do it right? Yeah, it looks like you did it right. Yeah. Okay. Because all you have to do is find the ratio. You just flip the ratio.
Already? Now he submitted. It's beautiful, beautiful. Until next time. Bye.